Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanta Shanta Shanti. So the word philosophy means we know. Philosophy means love of knowledge, love of wisdom. Right? What is the Sanskrit word for philosophy?
Darshanam.
Darshanam. And the word darshanam is derived from the dhatu, drishir dhatu, we saw. Now, and this dhatu, the darshanam has got different meanings, and we take the meaning, darshanam to be jnanam, the knowledge. Now, the vyutpatti, regarding the vyutpatti, we will see. Yesterday, I told that every dhatu will have palam as well as vyapara. Right? That is what dhatu is.
Yes,
so, jnana rupa palam atadhanukula vyaparaha. That is darshanam. So, this drish dhatu, if you see the vyutpatti, the etymological derivation, drishyate yatartaya jnayate padartaha anena iti darshanam iti karana vyutpatti. I'm giving you the etymological derivation. You know what it is? In Sanskritam, you have seen, right? Yes, sir. Have you seen? Vyutpatti. Vyutpatti of a word, how the word is etymologically derived. For example, Purushartaha. Have you heard the name Purushartaha?
The human goal of the human.
Goals. It is, can say, Purushehi Artyate Prartyate.
Amji.
Iti Purushartaha. Like that we give, right? Vyutpatti we give. Similarly, the word darshanam can be etymologically derived. Karna vyutpatti, karta vyutpatti, karma vyutpatti, different vyutpatti, depending on what pratyaya is added. Now, I'm giving you the karana vyutpatti. When you say karana vyutpatti, the means by which the jnanam can be gained. Darshanam, taking the meaning of the word darshanam to be jnanam. From drishir dhatu, the word darshanam comes. Darshanam meaning philosophy, and it means jnanam. Jnanam means knowledge. That is called the philosophy, love of knowledge. Now, the word darshanam, how it can be derived? What are the different types of the vyutpatti? I will not be able to type everything, but I will do as much as possible. Vyutpatti. Karana vyutpatti. That is, karana vyutpatti means the explaining the word darshanam as like this. The means by which the knowledge is gained. Drishyate, jnayate. Drishyate, jnayate, anena iti. What? Padartaha. Padartha means objects, things. That by which it is known. It's called darshanam. And chakshurindriya it's a karana vyutpatti, it's a karanam. That by which you see. It's called chakshurindriya. That by which you smell, granendriya. All these are means of knowledge. Yes or no? Eyes, nose, tongue, touch, pancha, jnanendriya. All these are the means of knowledge. Means of knowledge means the means by which knowledge is gained. So, therefore, the word karna vyutpatti we say drishyate. Drishyate means jnayate. Drishyate, jnayate, anena. Anena, what? Padartaha. Padartaha, drishyate, jnayate, anena iti vyutpatti, karana vyutpatti. Darshana shabdaha, how the darshana shabda is etymologically derived by karana vyutpatti. This is one. Second is Kartari Vitpatti also possible. Second is Kartari Vitpatti. That is, Darshanam can denote Karta. Kartri Vitpatti we say. Kartri Vitpatti. That is Pashyati. Pashyati iti Darshanam. The seer is called. So the word Darshanam can mean the means of knowledge. The word Darshanam can mean the very seer. Pashyati iti Karta also possible. Karta is the one who sees, means he is the person who knows. He is a Pramata. Understand what is Pramata? The knower, right? What is, you have heard the Pramata, Pramanam?
Yes, Ji.
Pramata, Ma, it is from the Dhatu Ma. Ma means to know. Prakarshena miyate. Prakarshena nyaya is knows. The one who knows. The knower, Pramata means knower. This is Kartari Vitpatti. Or Karmani Vitpatti also possible. Karma Vitpatti. That is Drishyate yet, that which is seen. Drishyate yet iti darshanam. For your understanding, I write in simple way. Drishyate iti darshanam. This is karma vitpatti. Pashyati iti darshanam. That is refers to the pramata. So darshanam. The word darshanam can mean the knower, pramata, or the karani vitpatti drishyate nyayate. Anena, that by which the padarthas are known, is called darshanam. So you can see in how many ways this can be divided. And there's something called bhava vitpatti. That is, bhava is that just dhatu artha. The meaning of the word very dhatu. Drishyate iti.
Sorry, Ji. What Vitpatti?
Bhava.
Bhava
Bhava vitpatti. Vyutpatti means etymological derivation of a word. Any word can be etymologically derived from the dhatu by adding certain pratyaya, and the pratyaya can be added in terms of karana, kartra, karma. That depends on the pratyaya. So if it is krit pratyaya, generally all this is possible, and krit pratyaya also some restrictions are there. But this shabda, by adding the lyut pratyaya, darshanam, the word comes from drishi dhatu, I told. By adding lyut pratyaya you get. So bhava vitpatti. Bhava vitpatti is just only the dhatu artha. The very knowledge is what is referred to. So drishyate iti darshanam. Drishyate iti darshanam, both are not same. Here yata drishyate, we can add if you want. That which is seen is called darshanam. The object which is seen. So here it refers to the object. Object means here it is prameya. That which is prameya means object of knowledge. Here it is just a knowledge itself. Prama. It's just a prama. So prama, prameyam, pramata, and karana vitpatti, it becomes pramanam. So about which we will discuss in detail. So all these vitpatti are possible for the word darshanam. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
Okay. But this is the Samskrita standpoint. But in English, what we do? Simply we call it as philosophy, right? That is why the word philosophy, it's when you translate into English. Sorry, I mean that's why the word darshanam, when you translate into English, the word philosophy is a very not a correct term actually. I mean, Sanskritam, we have got so many vitpatti and so many etymological derivations are there by which we give a meaning to the word, but not in English like that. So therefore, translating the word darshanam as just as philosophy, it is not that much satisfactory, not convincing. With a lot of hesitation, with a lot of compromise, you have to do the translation. That is why certain words in Sanskritam cannot be translated. In fact, it cannot be translated. That is why in each language, there are some words in English, not some words. The language is like that. That cannot be translated into Sanskritam. Similarly, that which the Sanskritam can convey, it's very difficult to convey in other language. So having been said, but we use the word philosophy. So philosophy means what? Philosophy means the love of knowledge, the desire for knowledge. The one who has a desire for knowledge and he unfolds the knowledge is called philosopher. In Sanskritam, it is called darshanika. So, darshanam, darshanika. Understand? Is it clear?
Yes, Ji. Darshanam philosophy, Darshika,
Yes. Darshanika, darshanam.
Darshanika philosophy.
Now, there is a branch of philosophy. It is called epistemology. In the philosophy has got some branches. That's all out of scope. We are not going to discuss here, but just for your knowledge, I'm saying branches of philosophy. If you study philosophy in detail, you will come across all these words. Epistemology is one division, one branch. Epistemology and metaphysics and axiology. All these are the branches, different branches. Now, we are not interested in this. We'll see only epistemology now. What is epistemology? That is philosophy being the urge for knowledge, the desire for knowledge. Epistemology means that by which human beings gain knowledge. It is called epistemology, that by which human beings gain knowledge. So, and the knowledge gained may be true or may not be true, but that by which human beings gain knowledge, jnanam is that branch of philosophy which deals with that. It's called epistemology. In Sanskritam, it is can be translated as jnana mimamsa. We can translate as jnana mimamsa. Jnana mimamsa means mimamsa is the mimamsa is vichara, inquiry. So that by which you arrive at knowledge, that by which you gain knowledge, mimamsa, the inquiry, that is called epistemology. So therefore, epistemology involves what? Gaining jnanam. So where jnanam is there, then there invariably you need to talk about four things. One is jnanam, the knowledge. That is called prama. Prama means knowledge. Prama means knowledge. Knowledge requires what? Knowledge requires pramata. Pramata is the knower. The knower operates the means of knowledge called pramanam of the prameya vishaya, the object to be known, and he gains prama. The four words you need to be familiar. The four words you need to be familiar. Where jnanam is involved, these four things will be there. Now you are the pramata, you are the knower, right? The knower, you are the one gaining knowledge. And the jnanam is, and the prama is what the knowledge you gain, that is the knowledge prama. And the prameyam is the object of knowledge. Here the object of knowledge is this study of this particular subject. Or the philosophy. Philosophy is the object of knowledge. And what you gain from this is the knowledge. And what is the pramanam? The pramanam, the means by which you get, it's called, that is through the teaching you gain knowledge. So, or otherwise you can take another example. You have a flower in your hand. So the object of knowledge is flower. And the prama is flower. The knowledge is flower knowledge. And the object what you are having is flower. So you are holding an object in your hand. Then that is the object of knowledge. And the knowledge of the object is flower. And how do you get the knowledge that it is a flower? By operating the indriya, chakshur indriya, the eyes, which is a pramanam. And who is the knower? You are the knower. So therefore, pramata, pramanena, prameyasya, prama, prapnoti. Understand?
Sorry, Ji. From your example, what is the premeyam, Ji?
Premeyam is the object what you hold in your hand. You are holding an object in your hand. Right? That is premeyam, the object of knowledge. You are holding a flower in your hand. Okay. That is the object of knowledge. After After knowing it, you get the knowledge. Knowledge of what? Do you get the knowledge of tree, or you get the knowledge of a forest? No, you get the knowledge of flower. So flower knowledge you gain by looking at the object called flower, by operating the means called eyes. By whom? By you, the pramata. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
So pramata, I'm writing in Sanskritam. Pramata, pramanena, prameya is the object of knowledge. Prameyasya, not prameya. Prameyasya, prama is knowledge. Prapnoti, all prapnoti. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
This is what epistemology is about. We have to talk about the four things. Pramata, the knower. Pramanam is the means of knowledge which he operates, and the object of knowledge is called prameya, and the knowledge is called knowledge. What he gains by operating the means is called of the object of knowledge is called prama. Clear? So
Ji.
Yes, Ji.
yes. So this is what is called jnana mimamsa. Now, having known what is darshanam, that is philosophy. Now, the philosophy has been put in a form of a system that is called philosophical system. That is called philosophical system, or that's what darshana is. In English, it is philosophical system. Put it in the knowledge is what it is perceived by the person, the darshanika, is put it in a form of a system that is called philosophical system, otherwise called darshanani. Philosophical system means darshanani. This is what our subject matter is. Understand? So, what is the object of knowledge? You are the pramata, and for you, the object of knowledge is darshanani. After this, you will get the knowledge of darshanani, right? By what? By listening to it. You have to use your shravanendriya, karnendriya. That is a means of knowledge. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
Yes. So philosophical system is what our subject matter is. Philosophical system is called darshanani. This much introduction, not yet over. This much introduction to be given, still not over, to enter into the topic. So what is a philosophical system? Just I'm giving in English. In fact, when you have to note all these things, the exams, when it is asked, you have to write like that. The rational inquiry. This is a darshanani, therefore inquiry is involved. Vichara is involved. So that the rational inquiry, which is involved into the inquiry into the nature of existence or knowledge, and the system of, we can call system of faith developed based on that. It's called philosophical system. Inquiry into the nature of knowledge, and based on that, a system of beliefs or faiths developed as authoritative, something authoritative. That is called philosophical system. Understand?
Ji.
Vichara, doing vichara into the object of knowledge, doing vichara of an object of knowledge, and based on that you develop your system. That you consider as an authoritative. That is called philosophical system. So that is called darshanani. So darshanika develops a darshanam. It develops his system based on his inquiry, based on his analysis. The analysis based on perception. So therefore, and that is he considered as authoritative, and therefore the followers of him follow that darshana. They protect the darshana. They argue and they defend the darshana. So that becomes a darshanani, a philosophical system. Now, Indian philosophical system, that is Bharatiya Darshanani, other or you can call Hindu philosophical system also, whatever it may be. It is divided into two types: Astika Darshanani and Nastika Darshanani. In English, it is called Orthodox schools and Heterodox school. Heterodox school. Heterodox. It's difficult to even pronunciation. This Astika Darshan. Sanskritam is better. Astika. Astika Darshanani. And in the beginning only I will type like this. Later we will read from the book and then I will explain. Astika Darshanani and Nastika Darshanani. We will talk about the word later. Just be familiar with the words. That is enough now. So, Astika Darshanani, Nastika Darshanani. Right? So, Indian philosophical systems is divided into this Astika Darshanam and Nastika Darshanam. Now, this we will little talk about this and then get into another topic. So, how many darshanams are there in our tradition, Hindu tradition or the Bharatiya darshanani? We have Dvadasha darshanani. How many darshana? Dvadasha darshanani. 12 darshanani, 12 schools of philosophies are there. Among that, 6 schools of philosophy are orthodox school. That is Astika darshanani, Shad Astika darshanani, and Shad Nastika darshanani. So 6 plus 6, right? Now, which that this Nast, what is the meaning of the word Astika and what is the meaning of the word Nastika? Only when you understand, then you will see what are those. When we can understand what are those 6 schools. Why they are called Astika? Nastika, you can understand.
Ji, Astika means who have belief in God.
That is what generally it is understood. Astika means the believer of God, the believer, yeah, the believer in God. Nastika is who don't believe in God. But it is not. In English, it is loosely translated. Astika is a theist, Nastika is atheist, right? But, but we don't really, it is not really the correct translation. The English translation of the word Astika meaning theist, Nastika meaning atheist is not correct, I'm saying. Right? Let me tell you how it is. Listen. Now, why it is not? See, Astika means Asti iti ye vadanti te astikaha. Nastikaha is Nasti iti ye vadanti te nastikaha. So those who say Asti, it is there. Those who say it is not there. What is there? What is not there? What is that you are talking about? People, God, if you say God, that's what I'm saying. People say God is there. They are called Astika. This is loosely said like that. That is not true. But let me write it and then I'll tell you why it is not. So, Asti iti. Ishvaraha asti iti ye vadanti te astikaha. In English, it is called theist. Ishvaraha nasti iti ye vadanti te nastikaha atheist. This is what the common understanding among the people. But really, it is not. The English word theist and atheist, it is, this classification is based on the belief in God, the belief of God. If you believe in God, then you are theist. If you don't believe in God, you are atheist. That is what the English word theist, atheist mean. But this is not what we mean Astika. This is not what we mean Nastika. Please understand. What is it? What does it mean? For us, for Bharatiya, for Hindus, for Bharatiya, Veda is the Pramanam. What is the Pramanam? Veda is the Pramanam. What is the Pramanam? What do you mean by Pramanam? I use the word Pramanam, right? You have to tell me what it means. Pramana means?
The means through.
Means of knowledge. That is another important topic. It will take some time, but I am going to cover it also. Either, if possible, now or tonight, we will talk about Pramanam itself. Okay, important. Without that, how will you understand Indian philosophical system? Right? Pramana means means of knowledge. Now you know, just understand Pramana means means of knowledge. We'll talk about it in detail later. Now, Veda is the Pramanam. It means Veda is the ultimate authority. Veda is the authority with regard to the means, that is sadhanani, and the ends sadhyam, which are not known by any other means of knowledge. Please understand, every word is important. Veda is a pramanam for those things which are not, which cannot be known by other means of knowledge. Veda is a pramanam for gaining certain ends by adopting certain means that cannot be known by any other means of knowledge. Understand? Yes or no?
Yes, Ji. Yes, Ji.
Now I'll tell you one example. All the religions believe in Swarga, right? Heaven, afterlife. Yes or no?
Yes, Ji.
Yes. Christians, yes, they work for Swarga now. Muslims, Islam, yes, they also believe afterlife is there, Swarga is there, right?
Yes.
Now, how are you going to verify the Swarga is there? You have to tell me Swarga is there or not. Clearly. To tell that, what you have to do? You have to give up this life. Right? To tell the Swargaloka is there or not, one has to die. Only
Yes.
one, then also you cannot tell me. How will you come and tell me?
We can't tell.
You will come in Preta Sharira, you will come as a ghost.
Ji.
It's not possible. So, for the subject matter which is not available for any means of knowledge, it is not a science. You cannot use science to find out whether Swarga is there or not. No. Science has got certain limitation. It cannot, science cannot be applied to know whether Swargaloka is there. Swargaloka is not a Mars or Venus or some other planet that you can go and verify. Swarga, that Loka which Shastram talks about, not only our Shastram, every religion, they promise life after this world. So therefore, for which no other means of knowledge, no other means of knowledge have scope in knowing that. For that, Veda is the only Pramanam. For we say Veda is the only Pramanam because we believe in Veda. So Veda gives you the means. Sadhanani means the means. What are the sadhanam? To achieve the sadhyam, the Swargaloka. What is to be gained is Swargaloka. How to gain the Swargaloka? What are the things you have to do? Those are the means. So Veda gives you the means. I'm just giving an example, okay? Don't think Veda only talks about Swarga. Not like that. Veda talks about so many things. For you to understand, I'm saying. So Veda provides certain means to achieve, or to go to Swargaloka. Not now. You cannot go with this body. Drop the body and you have to go. It means after this life you can go. And how can you verify this with other means of knowledge? Not possible. That is why you say Veda is the Pramanam which prescribes certain means to gain certain ends for which the other means of knowledge have no scope. Understand? So Veda is the authority. It's authoritative, we say. Now you understand what it is, Pramanam means?
Yes, Ji.
Very good.
Ji.
So now, why I'm talking about Veda? We are talking about Astika and Nastika Darshanani. Now you see. Those who accept Veda as a means of knowledge, they are called Astika. So who are Astikas? Those who believe in Veda as a Pramanam, they are called Astikaha. So Astikaha means what in English now? Can you translate as atheist? No. Believers or acceptors of Veda Pramanam. Veda Pramanam. Veda as a Pramana. Veda as a means of knowledge. Believers of Veda. In fact, it is not believers of the Veda. The belief also is not a right word. Now,
Ji,
I tell you,
followers of Veda.
followers of Veda is right thing. Yes. Why I am saying is, Veda is a means of knowledge, like your eyes are means of knowledge. Do you believe your eye or do you believe your eye?
Yes, of course, Ji.
It is not belief. You don't believe your eye. What your eye says, that is the truth. You don't have to believe, right?
Ji.
Now, you take a flower, a rose flower in your hand, and your eyes present the color of the flower as rose, right? Now, do you believe in roseness of the flower? Do you believe in roseness of the flower? There is no belief involved. I'm not asking you to believe in something which you don't see, which you don't verify operating a pramana.
I don't
Your
experience.
eye is already, it's a proof for that rose being rose color, right? It is not belief. The eyes are the proof. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
Ji.
So the eyes are not, suppose you smell, your mother cooks in the kitchen, you smell something fragrant, something very nice. You believe your nose or the nose or the proof for something is being cooked in the kitchen. It's a proof, right? You don't believe. There is no belief involved.
I experience that.
You're operating your pramanam and the knowledge is true. It is validated. So you're operating a valid means of knowledge to know a valid. You're operating a valid means of knowledge and you get the knowledge, right? You are operating the right pramana. You are operating your nose to gain the gandha jnanam, right? You are operating your eyes to get varna jnanam, rupa jnanam. You cannot do otherwise. You cannot use your nose to see the color. You cannot use your eyes to see the smell. You are operating the valid means of knowledge. When you operate the valid means of knowledge, there is no proof involved. Sorry, there is no belief involved. What is there is only proof. I am not asking you to believe me. Veda doesn't ask you to believe it. It is a proof. Therefore, instead of believers, followers will be the right word. So that is why the words are very important. Follower means Christ also had got followers. And Shankaracharya also had got followers. That type of followers? No. Here that followers are something different. Follower means that Shraddha is there, that Veda is a pramanam, it's a proof. It's a valid means of knowledge for knowing certain things which cannot be known by other means of knowledge. That is why you follow that. You understand? So you have to understand the meaning of the word follow. It's not just you follow somebody's teaching. Many people have many followers, right? Now in the modern day, many gurus are there, and many gurus have got many followers. Whatever the guru say, without verifying, and guru also says, don't verify, just believe. Never. Our Shastra doesn't say like that. You think, analyze, and then one believe, and then only you understand. There is no belief. Understand. Understanding is important. Not knowing that only people get caught in with so many the wrong gurus. It's a problem with those people. It's not a problem with the Shastra. It's a problem with the people. The people have to be thinking. That is why in the beginning itself I said human beings are endowed with buddhi. For what purpose Bhagavan has given buddhi? To think, analyze, then examine and then decide. Just don't believe. If you believe, always there is a possibility that you may get into the wrong thing. Possible. Don't believe. What we say is proof. Your eyes are the proof for knowing the color. You don't believe your eyes, right? That is what it is. Veda as a pramana, when we say that Astikas, they accept Veda as a pramana, valid means of knowledge. You understand what Astika is?
Yes, Ji.
Can we translate the word Astika as theist? No.
Ji.
That is commonly done. That's okay, but that is not the right translation, right thing. So Astikas are the followers of Veda, and the word follower also, we need to understand as we discussed now. Okay. Then what about Nastika? Those who don't believe are those who don't accept, not believe, those who don't accept. Or followers of Veda, or you can put acceptors of Veda. Anyway, anything is okay. Those who don't believe, don't accept, non-acceptors of
Don't follow.
I'll put non-acceptors, acceptors and non-acceptors. But acceptance also, it is not your based on your whims and fancies. Acceptance is based on the based on your verification. Like how do you verify the form of an object by your color? Similarly, operate the Veda as the means of knowledge and verify for yourself. We don't ask you to believe. Understand?
Ji.
I think all these things in college, you will not have heard that, and then they will not teach you also.
No, Ji, we have not learned so far.
No, Ji. This is the question.
So therefore, the acceptors of Veda, non-acceptors of Veda. This acceptance is, as I told, it is not that you become compassionate and accept. It's not like that. It is you accept means you accept it as a valid means of knowledge. That is the meaning of the word accept. Accept means you accept Veda as a valid means of knowledge. Those who accept, they are called Astikas. Those who don't accept, they are called Nastikas. Now here you see another important thing. Non-acceptors of Veda, that is Nastikas, can be the believers of God. Those who don't accept Veda, they may believe in God. Therefore, can we translate the word Nastika as atheist?
No, Ji, we can't.
Ji, sorry, Ji. Could you please repeat? It's a bit confusing, Ji.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm asking. I gave the meaning of the word, what the real meaning of the word Astika, Nastika, that you understand?
Yes, Ji.
Now I'm saying Nastikas, that is those who are non-acceptors of Veda, they may believe in God. They may not believe, I use the word believe. Okay, they may not accept Veda, but they believe in God. They believe in a personal God, or whatever may be, or impersonal God, whatever may be. They believe in God. Or they may not believe also. That possibility is there. Understand?
Ji, yes, but they cannot achieve that ultimate goal.
That doesn't matter. But now Buddhists are there. Buddhists, they don't accept Veda. They are Nastika. But they believe in God. Jainism, they don't accept Veda as a Pramana. They don't accept Veda. But they believe in God, personal God. Father Mahavira, Digambara, Shvetambara is there, right?
Yes, Ji.
Understand now?
Yes, Ji.
So, Nastikas are non-acceptors of Veda, but they may believe in God. Similarly, Astikas are acceptors of Veda and they may not believe in God.
Okay, Ji.
All these possibilities are there, I'm saying. Therefore,
It is too different, but we can accept it.
Yes. But in English, what we do? Astika means
We'll just simply translate
atheist and theist. Believer of God, believer in God, and non-believer in God.
Yes.
Is it the right translation? No.
No, Ji.
Now you understand? So this is what it is. You can write all these things in your notes, okay? If it is asked, please write it very clearly.
Yeah,
That's why I'm asking whether you understand. And not ask. Examination standard point is one thing, plus understanding also. That to be very clear. Okay. Now, how many Astika Darshanam? Now, what is Astika when we say you understand now? Acceptors of Veda, Nastika is non-acceptors of Veda. So, Veda is the priority. Veda is the criteria. Not Veda is the criteria, not priority. Okay, it's wrong word. Veda is the criteria to say a Darshanam is an Astika, not God. Not God. Okay. Now, how many Astika Darshanams are there? 12. How many Nastika Darshanam? 12 are there. I tried to put it in a chart, but this chart doesn't work. Some problem is there. Anyway, I just show you. Darshanani. Kati Darshanani? Dwadasha Darshanani. So, Astika Darshanam, Nastika Darshanam. Now, first we will say Nastika and then we will say Astika. The first Darshanam is Charuvaka. Charuvaka means, Charu means what? Sweet, pleasant. Vak means speech. They speak very nicely. That's called Charuvaka. Charuvaka is a darshanam. Charuvaka they say for Charvaka Darshanam, who is a person, I mean, who is a source of this Darshanam, which person? They say Brihaspati. Brihaspati is Devaguru. Devaguru Brihaspati, you know.
Amji.
So he developed this philosophy, they say. He developed this darshanam called Charvaka Darshanam. In fact, he developed to mislead the Asuras. Okay. They say he developed this to mislead the Asuras. Now, what is this? In English, you can translate Charvaka Darshanam as materialistic philosophy. What is that? Materialistic. They believe only what they perceive with their sense organs. They don't believe even in space, because can you perceive space with your sense organ?
No, Ji.
By your eyes or nose or the tongue or the touch by your body
No, Ji.
or by your nose, ear? No, you cannot perceive the space. Therefore, they don't believe in space also. If you don't, it is not. If you don't believe in space, without space, how can you accommodate things? How can you be there without space? Right? But they don't believe. Anyway, so their philosophy is eat, enjoy, make merry. That is a philosophy. It looks like Western philosophy, Western lifestyle, but it eat, enjoy. But it is not even Western. Also, it's not like that. Now Indians have become like that. Eat, enjoy, and make merry. Right?
Yes.
That's what. That's what become. We have become now. Slowly, the culture is changing. Eat, enjoy, and live happily. They say, "Rinam krutva ghritam pibet." ऋणं कृत्वा घृतं पिबेत् भस्मीभूतस्य शरीरस्य पुनरागमनं कुतः? This is their philosophy.
Yes. Ji.
That is, you buy debt. As much money you want to buy from people, from people around, you buy it, enjoy your life, have all the pleasures. You don't have to give it back. There is no papam, there's nothing involved. Why? This shariram body anyway is going to get destroyed, going to be cremated one day. You are not going to come back and pay penalty for not paying. Enjoy life. Rinam Grita. You get debt and drink Gritam. Gritam means ghee. Ghee is costly. That's why they say Rinam Grita Gritam Pibet. Basmi Bhutasya Degasya. This Dega, this will become Basma. Punaragamanam Kutaha. How can it come again? So enjoy your life. That is what this Charvaka is. Yavat Jivet Sukam Jivet. Rinam Kurtva Gatam Pibet. As long as you live happily. Why do you worry? That's a philosophy. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
So they don't believe in all these papam, punyam, swarga, naraka, and all those things. They don't believe. It's called Charvaka. Okay. The next one is Jaina Darshanam. The next one is Jaina Darshanam. Jaina Darshanam also, okay. There are about 24 Tirthankaras, Chaturvimshati Tirthankaras, Acharyas are there. So this Jaina system, philosophy is, they say it is given by these 24 Tirthankaras. Beginning from Rishabhadeva. Rishabhadeva is the first Acharya, and ending with Vardhamana Mahavira, about which you would have heard Mahavira, right? Vardhamana Mahavira. They are Jinaha. Jinaha means what? Jayati iti Jinaha. They conquered themselves. The one who has conquered himself is called Jinaha. The word Jinaha from the Ji Dhatu. Jayati. Ji Dhatu, Parasmapari Dhatu. Jayati iti Jinaha. The one who has conquered himself is called Jinaha. And there also we have two divisions, Shvetambara, Digambara. Okay. Just know the divisions. We are not interested in Nastika Darshana, just giving you some idea about that. So Jainism, they don't accept Veda. And they believe in God. Okay. So Shvetambara, Digambara, two divisions are there. The next one is Bauddha Darshanam. Bauddha Darshanam is Buddhist. Who was the founder of Buddhism?
Gautama Buddha.
Bhagavan Buddha. Bhagavan Buddha. The Buddha's teachings were collected in the form of the collected and their It is brought in the form of a Tripitik. It's called Tripitakam. Pitaka is basket. Tripitakam means 3 basket. They are called Sutra Pitakam, Abhidharma Pitakam, Vinaya Pitakam. These are the Sanskrita name, but in Pali language it's called Sutta Pitakam, Abhidhamma Pitakam, and Vinaya Pitakam. 3 texts. Okay. These 3 texts they talk about or they deal with the statements of Buddha in a sutra form. Okay. Now, what happened is this Buddhism was only one. Later, what happened? It developed into 4 branches. So Charvaka one, Jainism is one, and these 4 branches of Buddhism. So therefore, total 6. They came to be called Nastika Darshanam. What are the 4 branches of that Buddhism? First one is Sautrantika Buddhism. That Buddhism, that school of philosophy is based on the Sutta. What do you call it? Sautrantikas, based on these three types of Pitakam I told. One is Sutta Pitakam, Abhidhamma Pitakam, Vinaya Pitakam. So based on Sutta Pitakam, it is called Sautrantika Buddhism. The other one is called Vaibhashika Pitakam. It is based on Vibhasha. The name of the commentary to that schools of philosophy is called Vibhasha. Based on that schools of philosophy is named Vaibhashika iti. The third branch is called Yogachara. The fourth one is called Madhyamika. So there are Sautrantika Buddhism, Vaibhashika Buddhism, Yogachara, and Madhyamika. Iti 4 branches of Buddhisms are there. So totally how many Nastika Darshanam? Charvaka is 1. Jaina Darshanam itself has got 2, Shvetambara and Digambara, but it is considered as one school of philosophy, Nastika Darshanam. Then the Bauddha Darshanam has got 4. That is Sautrantika, Vaibhashika, Yogachara, and Madhyamika. 4 are there. Okay. So these are the 6 Nastika Darshanam. Nastika Darshanam are those which do not believe or do not accept Veda as a Pramana. Now, what are the Astika Darshanam? What is the basis for Astika Darshanam? They believe or they accept Veda as a Pramanam. Now, what is Pramanam? After discussing this, we can talk about the individual Astika Darshanam. Right? What is a Pramanam? So that will be the topic for the next class. We will see tonight, 8 o'clock. So we will discuss on this what Pramanam is. Any doubt?
Ji, I have. Shall I?
Yeah, please ask.
Ji, please tell, does the Shvetambaraha and Digambaraha comes under Jainism?
Yes, both are, they come under Jainism only. Shvetambara and Digambara. See, Shvetambara, Digambara. The Shveta means what? White. So the white robed ones is called Shvetambara, means Vastra, cloth.
Vastra, yes.
So white dressed ones is called Shvetambara, and Digambara means, Dig means what? Space.
Digambara.
Space alone is a dress. It means what? They don't wear anything.
Okay.
That is what it means. So Digambara and Shvetambara Jainas.
Okay.
So there 2 groups are there, but their philosophy is only one.
Okay.
So even though Shvetambara Digambara, the philosophy is only one. Whereas for Buddhism only founded by Buddha, but developed into 4 schools of 4 independent schools of philosophy based on the teaching of the Buddha. The Buddha's teachings were collected, and it's called Pitakam. Pitakam or Pitakam? It's Pitakam, I think. So, and based on the teaching of the Buddha, the individual schools of philosophy started developing. Sutta Pitakam and Abhidhamma Pitakam, Vinaya Pitakam. These are the 3 basic texts. And based on the text that the later development take place, that Buddhist philosophy, the Buddhism was divided into 4 darshanam. Sautrantika Matam, Yogachara Matam, then Vaibhashika Matam, and Madhyamika Matam. In detail, we don't have to discuss because it's all based on the basic text of the the Buddhism. So, Raji, any doubts?
No, Ji. That's
So, no doubts. So you mentioned something in the. I saw the message.
sorry, he mistakenly sent in that group. Actually, I was just kidding to friends that we don't have any confusions like those Shvetambara, Digambara. We have one and only Supreme Chidambara.
Very good. Okay. So that was their Digambara Shvetam. But it's a very good Jainism. See, I don't know whether you have seen the Jainism. They've got very strict life. They observe strict austerities. Tapas they do. They they don't shave. They don't shave. And they're, how they shave? They shave. Do you
Sorry,
know?
Ji?
They don't shave, but they clean. How do they clean their head and the beard?
No, Ji, I don't know. I haven't heard about that.
They pluck each hair. Okay. They don't shave it. They pluck.
Okay.
Plucking is easy. How much pain will be there?
No, Ji.
No, Ji, it will be very painful.
Even women also have met some Jainis, and they lead a very, very austere life. Tapas. So, but they are Nastika. But that doesn't matter. But as a system, maybe Nastika, but they're all great people. Mahavira is not an ordinary person, right?
Yes.
They're all great people. Buddha, Mahavira. So, based on the acceptance of the Veda as a Pramana, only we classify. So, our objective here in this class is we are not going to discuss on the Nastika Pramana. We are going to discuss on Astika Darshana. Not Nastika Darshanani. We are going to discuss on Nastika Darshanani, and for which the Veda is a Pramanam. Therefore, what is a Pramanam? That you should know very clearly. So, without Pramanam,
Ji.
without the knowledge of Pramana, how can we understand Darshana? And there are 6 Pramanams, 6 types of means of knowledge. You know what they are?
No, Ji.
No, Ji.
Have you heard the 6 means of knowledge?
That Purva Mimamsa Uttarami.
No. Those are the Astika Darshanani. But
Okay, Ji.
what is the means of knowledge I'm asking? You are not heard, right? That is important.
No, Ji.
Because based on the acceptance of the means of knowledge only, there are going to be differences in the Astika Darshanam. There are 6 Astika Darshanam, I told, right? I mean, we have not seen it. See that. Okay, I can just tell you the name. And those divisions are going to be based on the acceptance of Veda as a Pramanam. Therefore, what is Pramanam, we have to know.
Okay.
Not a Veda as a Pramanam. These 6 Astika Darshanam, they all accept Veda as a Pramanam. But there are other Pramanams are there. Based on the acceptance of other Pramanam only, there are some differences. Based on the acceptance of other Pramanam and their views, their opinion on the reality, that differ. So all are the Astika only, they are believers of Veda only. There is no doubt about that. But not that all the people believe in all the 6 means of knowledge. There are some people who will not believe in one particular means of knowledge. But all believe in Veda as a Pramana. So Pramanam being 6 in number, don't confuse with the 6. Astika Darshanam are 6. They are Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, Sankhya, and Yoga, Nyaya, Avesheshika. These are the 6 Darshanani, Shat Darshanani. All these Darshanam are Darshanika, the purport of Darshanika, they accept Veda as a Pramana, no doubt. But do they accept other means of knowledge as Pramanam? In that they differ, number one. And also with regard to the reality of this, the creation or the reality, the truth of that, they have got different views, different teaching. That is why the difference is there among the Astika Darshanam. That is what we are going to see in detail each Darshanam.
Who all are the Darshanikas of these Shat Darshanas? Purva
Sorry?
Mimamsa.
Uh-huh.
Who all are there?
Yeah, that we are going to see. That.
Darshanikas.
We are going to see that. Yes. Who are those Darshanika? Yes. Pura Mimamsa, Uttara, everything you will see. One by one you will see. Who are the Darshanikas? And all the Darshanika, they believe in Veda or not? They believe in Veda. That is why they come under the category of Astika Darshanam. They accept Veda as a Pramanam. Fine. But Pramanam, when we say, what is a Pramanam, we must know. General. And how many types are there, we have to know. And there are 6 types. Among them, one is a Veda. So they all accept Veda as a Pramanam. Do they accept all the 6? In that they differ. In that they differ. And also with regard to the truth of the existence. The knowledge of the truth of existence. They differ. That is what
Yes.
the difference is
Okay.
among them. We will discuss.
Okay.
So,
Ji,
yeah.
it is like you are stopping us from after having a bite of sweet.
Yes. What Pramanam is, that's a very interesting topic. We will see that. Yes.
Yes, Ji.
Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. I took long time. It's okay. Samhita.
Ji, it's okay, Ji. Ji, can you please share the document, Ji?
Which document? This one?
Ji, word file which you typed.
Typing, nothing is there. Do you say something unuseful?
Ji, just for our hint points we'll gather now. Ji.
Okay. Okay, I'll share that. Yes, sure.
Dhanyawadaha, Ji.
Dhanyawadaha, Ji.